The room glowed with a dim, honey-colored light, the kind of warmth that seemed to melt every hard edge in the world. The small bedside lamp cast a soft halo across the sheets, making them look like clouds pulled close for comfort. Outside, night murmured against the window, but in this room, everything felt gentle, quiet, and suspended in time. She was sitting there, Alara, with her long, fiery curls cascading over her shoulders like molten sunset. A silky blue robe wrapped around her, patterned with delicate flowers that shimmered whenever she breathed. Her freckles glowed softly under the lamplight, as if someone had dusted her skin with tiny stars. She looked peaceful, yet her eyes, half-lidded, carried a warmth that felt like an invitation to breathe slower. Beside her, leaning lightly into her side, was Rhea. Her dark curls framed her face in soft waves, falling forward whenever she tilted her head. Her lashes brushed her cheeks, her lips relaxed, her expression dreamy as if she had already drifted halfway into a world where only comfort existed. She wore a black night outfit with thin straps, dusting her shoulders, the fabric hugging her gently, catching tiny shimmers of light. And in that gentle, golden space between them, the quiet grew warm. Alara's arm wrapped around Rhea naturally, as if she had done it 1,000 times. Her fingers traced slow, soothing circles along Rhea's shoulder, not rushed, not hesitant, just a touch that felt like it had always belonged there. Rhea didn't speak. She just melted a little closer, her breath soft, steady, almost musical. "Are you sure you're warm enough?" Alara murmured, her voice a whisper meant for this room only. Rhea nodded, a faint smile blooming without effort. "I'm warm because you're here." The words were simple, but they brushed over Alara like soft hands, making her heart thrum. She nudged her forehead gently against Rhea's temple, letting the closeness speak for her. Neither of them needed much talking. The feelings between them flowed like slow-moving waves, warm, deep, steady. The sheets rustled softly as Rhea shifted closer, her head finding its place on Alara's shoulder as if shaped for it. Alara pulled her in without thinking, her robe falling slightly open at the collar, revealing a hint of soft skin touched by lamplight. Rhea's gaze followed the motion, not with hunger, but with quiet admiration, the kind that grows from knowing someone deeply. "You smell nice," Rhea whispered, her voice warm, sleepy, like jasmine and something sweet. Alara laughed softly, the sound low and tender. "It's just my lotion." "No," Rhea countered, her fingers curling lightly at Alara's waist. "It's you." The words settled between them like warm air, filling the room, deepening the quiet in a way that made Alara's breath catch for a moment. She lowered her chin slightly until her curls brushed Rhea's forehead. "You always say things like that before bed," Alara whispered, brushing her thumb down Rhea's arm. "Do you know what you're doing to me?" Rhea smiled, eyes still closed. "I hope I do." Alara exhaled slowly, her breath brushing Rhea's cheek. Everything about the moment felt soft yet charged with a warm, magnetic pull. Not dangerous, not rushed, just alive. Outside, wind pressed gently against the window. Inside, their breathing blended into a single rhythm. Rhea lifted her head just slightly, enough for their faces to align. Not touching, just hovering. Her nose grazed Alara's cheek. Her lips nearly brushed Alara's skin. The closeness was enough to feel like an entire story. "Alara," Rhea whispered, voice barely audible. "Hold me a little closer?" Alara didn't answer with words. She wrapped her arms around Rhea's waist and pulled her gently onto her lap, guiding her with a tenderness that felt practiced, familiar, inevitable. Rhea settled easily, her legs curling beside Alara, her cheek pressed against the warm fabric of Alara's robe. Their bodies fit together like puzzle pieces that had waited too long to meet. "You always make it feel like the world slows down," Rhea said, tracing a small line across the floral pattern of the robe. "Like nothing outside this room matters." Alara rested her lips lightly against Rhea's hair, breathing her in. The scent of soft curls and night warmth surrounded her, grounding her in the moment. "That's because nothing outside does matter," Alara said. "Not when you're here." Rhea's fingers slipped into Alara's, their hands intertwining naturally. The warmth between their palms traveled up their arms, settling in their chests like a shared heartbeat. Rhea leaned back just enough to look at her, her eyes glowing from the soft golden light. "This feels too perfect," Rhea whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "Like if I let go, it'll disappear." Elara cupped her cheek gently, her thumb brushing the soft curve under her eye. "Then don't let go." Rhea swallowed softly, her cheeks warming. "Stay like this with me for as long as you want," Elara said, her voice low, warm, steady. Rhea leaned forward, closing the distance between them until her forehead rested against Elara's. Their noses brushed lightly, their breaths mingled. The closeness became a gentle heat that wrapped around them both, soothing and electric all at once. Slowly, Elara's hand moved up Rhea's back, smoothing over the thin straps of her black outfit, tracing the warmth of her skin beneath. Each touch was slow, deliberate, never crossing a line just enough to make Rhea melt further into her arms. Rhea's lips parted slightly, her breath soft, her voice barely a whisper. "You make everything feel so warm." Elara smiled, her forehead still pressed to Rhea's. "You make everything feel like home." The room felt smaller then, wrapped in soft golden glow and shared warmth. Every breath, every touch, every quiet shift of their bodies told a story soft, intimate, and deeply alive. And as Rhea relaxed fully against her, Elara tightened her hold just slightly, as if to say, "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere." Their eyes drifted close together, the world fading around them, leaving only warmth, connection, and the quiet rhythm of shared breathing. This was their night, their softness, their quiet fire, and sleep, warm and slow, began to pull them under together. Under the lamps, the night settled around them like a slow exhale, warm and quiet, the kind of stillness that made every heartbeat sound a little louder. The lamp beside the bed glowed softly, painting the room in amber, a gentle halo of light that kissed the walls, the pillows, and the two women curled together beneath the blankets. Elara lay on her side, her red curls spilling everywhere like soft flames resting against the pillow. She looked peaceful, her freckles glowing under the warm lamp, her breath steady and slow. Beside her, Mira shifted slightly, her dark curls falling forward as she brushed a fingertip along Elara's arm. It was such a small gesture, yet it sent a ripple through the silence, warm, intimate, unhurried. "Are you still awake?" Mira whispered, her voice barely louder than the rise and fall of their breaths. Elara's eyes fluttered open, soft and sleepy. "I was waiting for you to speak first." Her lips curved into a lazy smile, a smile that made Mira's chest warm the way only she could. Mira exhaled a quiet laugh, brushing back a strand of Elara's hair. "I didn't want to break the moment." "You looked calm, like the world finally stopped rushing." Elara leaned in slightly, closing the space between them until their foreheads rested together. "It stops when I'm with you," she murmured, her voice airy with honesty. "Everything always slows down." The lamp behind them cast a golden glow around their faces, as if the universe itself leaned in to watch. Their lashes touched softly whenever they blinked. The room smelled faintly of lavender from Elara's robe, and Mira's warmth pressed into her like a steady heartbeat. For a long moment, they stayed like that, two silhouettes held gently in the soft light, listening to the quiet rhythm they shared. Then, Elara shifted closer, her hand sliding over Mira's waist. "Do you ever notice," she whispered, "how the night feels different when we're like this?" Mira nodded slowly, "Like the air gets warmer, softer, like it's holding us." Elara smiled. "Exactly." The blankets rustled softly as Mira adjusted, pulling Elara even closer. Their bodies aligned naturally, like memory rather than motion guided them. Mira's arm draped around Elara's shoulder in a slow, fluid gesture, her fingertips drawing tiny circles across the fabric of the blue robe. Elara closed her eyes, leaning into the touch. "Your hands always know what to do." "I'm not doing anything," Mira whispered. "That's the magic," Elara replied, opening her eyes just enough to meet Mira's gaze. The soft golden light painted Mira's features beautifully, her slightly flushed cheeks, her full lips, her dark lashes casting gentle shadows. It felt like the world had stilled just so they could exist inside this warmth. Mira lowered her voice to an even softer tone, one meant only for Alara. "Tell me what you're thinking. My heart is too warm to think," Alara whispered with a shy grin. "It's doing that fluttering thing again." Mira's smile deepened, and she pressed her forehead to Alara's once more. "Mine too." A moment passed long, warm, suspended. Then Mira's hand slipped down Alara's arm, brushing the sleeve of the silky blue robe. The fabric shimmered in the lamp's glow. She traced a soft line over Alara's skin, slow and careful, like a painter studying a canvas. Alara's breath caught faintly, a tiny sigh that faded into the quiet. "Your touch," Alara whispered, "always feels like it's waking something inside me." Mira's cheeks warmed. "I want to touch you gently, the way you deserve." Alara cupped Mira's cheek with both hands, her thumbs stroking tenderly. "You do. You always do." Their faces were close enough that their breaths mingled, close enough that the lamp's glow blurred around them like softened stars. Mira leaned forward first. Not a kiss, just a slow brushing of noses, a tender gesture that made Alara melt against her. Their chests rose and fell in a slow rhythm, like the sea breathing in the distance. Alara whispered, "Come closer." Mira did. Their foreheads touched again, but this time their lips came just a whisper apart. Alara's hand glided down Mira's back with a feather-light touch, and Mira exhaled slowly, her breath warm against Alara's mouth. The closeness was electric, yet gentle, safe, soothing, intimate, the kind of warmth that reached deep into the soul. The lamp flickered faintly, casting new shadows along the curve of Mira's shoulder. Alara watched the light dance on her skin, mesmerized. "You're beautiful like this," Alara said softly. "Like what?" Mira murmured, shyly. "Like the night is hugging you," Alara whispered. Mira's breath trembled with emotion. She tucked a curl behind Alara's ear, her thumb tracing the freckles across her cheek. "And you look like the softest dream." The words hung between them, glowing brighter than the lamp. Alara rested her head on Mira's chest, her ear right over her heartbeat. Mira wrapped both arms around her, holding her in a slow, warm embrace that felt like it was made for sleep, for comfort, for deep breaths and deeper feelings. "Do you feel that?" Mira asked softly. Alara nodded against her. "Your heartbeat?" "Yes. It feels like you're singing," Alara murmured. "Like my own lullaby." Mira tightened the embrace just a little, just enough to make Alara sigh with contentment. "If my heartbeat can help you rest," Mira whispered, "I'll keep you right here all night." Alara traced tiny shapes across Mira's arm, slow loops, soft lines, lazy circles, her fingers barely brushing the skin. "Stay with me," she whispered, "right in this light, right in this warmth." "I'm not going anywhere," Mira replied. The lamp hummed faintly, its glow softening even more as the minutes passed. The air around them felt warm, calm, intimate, like the entire world had shrunk down to the space between their hearts. Alara's breathing grew even slower. Mira's eyelids dipped, their legs intertwined beneath the blankets, their arms wrapped around each other like a shared promise. Their foreheads touched, and both women let their eyes close, letting the warmth carry them deeper into the soft quiet of the night. Under the lamp's gentle glow, their hearts found a rhythm, their breaths synced, and the world drifted farther and farther away. And there, wrapped in each other, they slipped slowly, peacefully, into sleep.